Hello everyone, I'm Raul and welcome back to my live drawing lessons. As you know already, are free for everyone to learn and upgrade their skill. So today we learn how to draw this side of the skin. As you can see, we have to deal with highlights, and also I will show you how to do this messy hair here into the highlights and also the texture for the skin. Let's start the lesson, guys, and hopefully you will enjoy again another lesson. I'm working today using a few supplier and also 8B grade pencil. This one is Faber-Castell 9000 pencil, but because the portrait is made only with 8B grade, is the perfect grade for the dark tone and also the light tone. I have blending stump and I'm using number 2, and today also we need to work with electric eraser, and I will show you how to do the pores into the highlights. Let's start to do the first thing before to start. Also, I want to introduce my special supplier when I draw the hair and also the animal fur. This one is about the dotting tool. We're starting now to add a few light parts for the hair, which are outside for the skin. So as you can see, I just line it a few on this side. That's the first thing we need to do when we draw a portrait with hair. So dotting tool, guys, the special supplier to make a hyper-realistic portrait. I'm coming now with a pencil to add the rest of the dark tone, and also, as you can see, we need to draw the shape of the hand. I'm going very light. If you remember, last parts for the lessons are most important part to know. Sharp your pencil as a needle, and for this I'm using a nail polish pad to sharp my pencil. Use as a needle, or if you can say mechanical pencil. I'm going now to outline the hand. Of course, we need to focus to draw same as reference photo. Not pressure on the pencil, because we need only the outline for the hand, as you can see, to make the perfect shape for the hand. If you can see, guys, when I shade the hand doing the veins and also the pores on the hand and also the details, I go a little bit with graphite on the bottom side on the hand, which is not good. As you can see, we have to deal with highlights only on the top. To do this, we need to repair. To repair this, I'm using Tombow Mono Zero eraser. Of course, I'm looking always my Tombow Mono Zero eraser to be very good sharp. So I'm using a cutter or a knife like this, and I just chop the top side of the eraser. Now I have very good sharp eraser. I can use also clean eraser, and I can use for erasing the hand. As you can see, we need to go very nice and light on the outline part. That means we need to go forward and backward till we remove the graphite. As you can see, my graphite will be removed in a minute, and we will have the perfect outline for the hand. Till I will erase this side of the hand, I would like to take a little bit time from my lesson to thank you very much to everyone who participate on my lesson, who are present to learn and are interested to learn my skills. Also, I want to thank you very much for your beautiful comments on TikTok page. I'm over the 9K, so I appreciate your effort and time that you put to check my videos and also like my videos. If you're also interested for the lessons, or if you like to learn more, you can find me on Passion for Art, which is my group. I'm admin on that group. You will see you can learn techniques, and also every time you will see videos with tips and techniques. Look at that, I just cleaned the graphite on this side, which is the perfect shape for the hand. Now I can carry on to show you how to add the first layer on the skin. But before to do this, we carry on with the shadows to make this light hair into the highlights a little bit more visible. With small circular motions, I'm going into the hair, add a little bit shadows, making this part for the hand looking 3D, and this one is covering the first hand. So the part for the arm is covering the first hand. Of course, we follow in the reference photo for all necessary details and shapes. And as you can see, guys, even if I'm working with 8B grade, I can draw in light and also dark tone at the same time. That's mean I'm controlling the pencil by the pressure. My pressure sometimes is harder and my pressure sometimes is lighter, so I can do the tone that I'm looking for. I'm perfectly happy with this side, so I'm using Soft Maker brush to smooth a little bit the graphite on this side. What I'm trying to do now is pushing the graphite from dark tone to light. This technique helped me to achieve the 3D work. Now I'm using eraser, and also I'm come back for Tombow Mono Zero eraser, very good, sharp and clean, to add the light part for the hair. I'm going to erase over the dotting tool. As you can see, the hair become lighter and visible. Hopefully the zoom is quite enough closer so you can see all the details. Because this is the zoom that I can keep the camera now. As you can see, and no, guys, that's absolutely free drawing lessons, so anyone can achieve these tips and techniques in realistic drawing. Please have a look, guys, on the reflected hair, same as on the tablet. Over the hand, over the skin, we have highlights, which is very important for details. Now, because we finished with this, we go further and we start to draw the skin on the hand. Stay with me till the end to see how we can achieve these beautiful details on the skin with pores and highlights. First of all, I need to follow this reference photo for the shadows. So I'm coming with the shadow over here to start for the background. You know already my way to draw the skin is by circular motions, small circular motions, so I can go close with the realistic skin. Of course, anytime we can use eraser to do the perfect drawing, same as reference photo. You will see later this eraser and also more other, like electric eraser, can be used for adding the pores. If you like to draw together with me, please follow all the videos and all the lessons. As you can see, the position of the pencil always when I shade the skin is bent in my palm. This one is allowed me to keep the pencil light, to work without any pressure. Let's see how far we can go with this lesson and how much we can draw from the part for the arm to finish with the skin. Of course, we're talking about the layering today again, because we have more tones and we can achieve the tones only by layering. This is the first layer, and you will see we use more layers to achieve more tones, to work in gradient as the hand is. But we need to know, never use the pressure. I'm going always light. Now I will show you how to draw the lighter part for the skin on the top. So we check the reference photo for the size and the distance for the graphite, and I'm going with small circular motions with very light touching on the pencil on the paper. Now I need to be careful to don't change the position of the pencil, because this is the best position of the pencil for working light. As you can see, the tone of the graphite is same as reference photo. Now I mix together a little bit graphite with the close to the jumper with the elastic sleeve, and on the bottom I try to do a little bit dark tone so I can grow the gradient. Not that much, because anyway we need to use electric eraser to add the pores and the highlights. As you can see, I'm not using any tissue or toilet paper. I want to keep this close to the reference photo skin as well. Cum vrei tu, tati? Dar scoate liniștit, tati, nu-i problemă.
Cremuș? Să-mi fie niște cremuș, 3 cremuș cu 3 ouă. Să-ți fie? Nu faci grăzie.
Dar poți să duci chetelul în cameră. Bagi în priză.
Care-i?
Acolo, la televizor.
Să ai jumătate de oră, să fie jumătate de oră gata, cam așa. Păi 6 și un sfert.
Și ai jumătate de oră.
Adi se aude pe live.
Eu plec așa. M-am dus. Eu m-am dus la 7 și n-am pus să văd nimic.
As you can see, light tone is changing here, and again we're starting with the dark tone. You will see slowly to the bottom side of the hand, of the arm, the tone is growing and is become dark. Hello Arbaisu, welcome back to live drumming again. That's my pleasure to make a diploma for everyone who's interested in my group and also upload the drawing on my group. So you're welcome for the diploma, you deserve it. Now I'm going very light again, and as you can see, I try to follow this way so I can leave highlighted part on the top. Why? Because in this way we can build the muscle on the hand, on the arm. Adi, poți să dai și la jos, te rog. We're talking a little bit about the extra details later. As you can see, we have a little bit dark or black dots, which are like a pores and also sign on the skin. Now we focus to draw the shape of the hand by the shadows. I'm coming another layer, and this helped me for achieving the gradient. But as you can see, I'm staying on the same way by circular motions. Well, you will see later when I'm coming to shade, I'm going to use a toilet paper, a piece of toilet paper, and how light I can shade this skin. But also we need to focus on the tones and also on the gradients. As you can see, close to the ski from the sleeve, elastic sleeve, the dark tone is growing a little bit. So we need to keep this by repeating the layers. What I'm trying to do now is I follow the reference photo for the shapes and for the tones as well. As you can see, I'm working in more tones. That one is a little bit dark and here is lighter. And also on the top is, the paper is untouchable because it's only white side for the highlights. Same as my paper, I'm not touching this side because there's no reason to do this shade on the part and after that erase with eraser. It's better to keep the paper white, same as me. I think so that's the best thing, to keep the highlights. Don't draw on that side. I will show you how to draw this part for the vein. It's very light but also is there. So let's see how we can draw this. But first I want to shade this using a toilet paper. changing a little bit the tone on the skin and smoothing the paper in the same time. Vorbesc frumos engleză, mama.
Ce da, foarte.
Vorbesc frumos engleză.
Da, ce ai zis?
Vorbesc frumos engleză.
Da, foarte.
Let's finish with the dark tone close to the elastic sleeve. Because also on the portrait we will have to deal with 3D. So how to work with 3D? If you remember, we do the shadows. If you draw an object, you need to do the shadow and you can make that object looking 3D. As you can see, guys, to work hyper-realistic portraits, I'm taking my time, I'm not rushing my work, and I insist special on the details and the layering. So I want to teaching you guys to do the same. Don't grab your work, don't finish your work too fast. Stay longer on details. You will see how many beautiful details you can do if you insist. I'm gonna do the skin close to the tattoo, and on the second lesson we learn how to do the tattoo as well. But you will learn, guys, to draw the tattoo with pores as well and with highlights if it's necessary. This type of shade I can do because I just resharp my pencil on a nail polish pad, or you can use a piece of sandpaper. Stay with me, guys, because the lesson becomes more interesting step by step. I'm working this portrait on Canson Bristol paper, 250 GSM, extra smooth, pure white. If you want to work on this paper, you can find on Art Supplier introduction video. If you go into the description of the video, you can find all my suppliers, even the papers. If you want to do a realistic portrait with good highlights, that's the recommendable paper, because it's really pure white, and if you keep the paper clean till the end, you can put a lot of nice highlights. I'm gonna draw another layer close to the elastic sleeve so I can build the shadow and also the reflection from the sleeve. As you can see, guys, on the reference photo, if I'm working up, it doesn't work because this is the end of the picture, but my paper is bigger, so I just grow the drawing, as you can see here, and I use my imagination to finish the sleeve into the shadow. So I should have the picture something like this more. Yeah, but because I haven't, I use my imagination and I did the dark tone and also a few details for the sleeve. Remember, if you draw by the blue-red photo or even hard to see, try to use imagination and try to go close with the reference photo. Let me use the toilet papers to smooth this first part for the layer on the skin. You know already my way to work with toilet paper. I have already one I used to work and still have a few clean parts, so I can use this. I will bend in half, again in half, and I'm looking for the clean side of the toilet paper. Now is no reason to do this top side of the toilet paper, so I will bend the top side so I can have a bigger side and to work quick with this. By small circular motion, I'm starting from dark to light, which is the dark one, is close to the sleeve. I'm going to finish with the part which is close to the skin. And with small circular motions, I'm going to spread the graphite all entire area. Remember guys, my technique is to work from dark to light when I shade. And I'm using very careful the toilet paper. I'm not using the pressure. And I try to keep the same layer as I draw. For example, as you can see, if I have highlighted part in the middle, which is this, I'm coming with toilet paper very light to not covering this. If I'm going with circular motions, the big ones, I will cover even this side of the hand, which is not looking realistic. What I'm trying to teaching you guys is to learn my technique, even by the shadows, so you can build entire part for the arm as a human body, looking realistic and 3D. Again, I'm coming from the bottom side now, and with small circular motions, we still have some light and dark tone. We're not talking for very dark tone, like a jumper or like a sleeve, but I call this dark tone so you know to make the difference between the lighter and the dark one. Thank you very much guys for clicking the thumbnails for my YouTube channel. You will see how many beautiful videos, lessons and also tips and techniques on my drawing skill. Because I achieved this high level of drawing, I want to teaching you guys and share with you all my passion. Why not to become professional artist, same as me? To draw even the commissions for other artists or other people. Now, because I have already graphite on the tissue, on the toilet paper, I'm using a larger side of the hand or the arm, and with small circular motions I will follow this part for the shadow. Not too long, because anyway I need to come in with highlights. As you can see, this part of the shadow on the bottom side is a little bit different tone. So I'm coming on the bottom side with the rest of the graphite which I have on the toilet paper. And with small circular motions, I just feel this change a little bit the value. Not that much, because it's not big difference. On the bottom side, I'm going only with normal circular motions. We don't have different tone here, as you can see. If you like my drawing and techniques, don't worry, next time we learn how to draw a tattoo, how to use the tones to draw the tattoo, and also a few parts for the pores. I'm come back now because I finished it with the shade. I'm come back to do darker tone where is necessary. So same position of the pencil with small circular motions. We draw the shadow. This part for the shadow, it will help us to do the 3D portrait. I need to follow and looking for a clean toilet paper again, because for the next shade I need to have clean toilet paper, and I get ready already one is here. I just follow this to finish with the shadow. I was telling you why, to make the work more easier. When we're looking to do ingredients in dark and light, where you have a dark tone than necessary, you don't need to shade with toilet paper everything. So this part for the elastic sleeve shadows we do with blending stone. Stay with me to see how we blend this side, making the gradient also with the hand. Thank you very much for the sharing, guys. I see also some of you share my work. I appreciate a lot. As you can see how important is the part for the shadowing and also the layering when we draw a portrait. If you layer well your drawing, you will see the shape of your portrait is really close to the reference photo. I'm always looking for the shadows and also the highlights. No mai deschigiamo il video. Remember, when you shade the skin, try to use my technique. Bend the pencil in your palm. Don't use this side and this tip of the shade because it's not really good. And you will see why. Because on the normal position you can control the lighter tone of the shade. As you can see, my picture, the end of the picture is down here, so I have only 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeters, but on my drawing I have almost 3. So I need to improve how the drawing is, which is not visible photo. So I'm using my imagination and I do the skin where I can't see the photo. We just try to imagine how the hand the rest of the hand or the arm is. In this way we can draw the rest of the skin. Thank you very much guys for beautiful comments. If you have any question and you don't understand something, just let me know. And I'm here with you to teaching you my tips and techniques. Now, as I told you, I need to use another clean tissue. And I have one. And the way to do this always is bend 2 times in half. And I achieve a square. Now I need to deal with important shadows, as you can see, so I can build the rest part of the veins and also the muscle of the arm. I just use this sharp top side of the tissue. Now I don't bend this because I'm not using for circular motions and a larger side. I'm using this sharp so I can build very light the muscle and the shape of the muscle. Look at that. I'm going now only on the dark tone made on a second layer. This helped me to do a gradient for the skin, which is going close with the shape and also the design of the skin. As you can see, if you remember, I have nothing on the bottom side of the picture because the picture is in there. I just go by circular motions and I just imagine how the skin could be to go close with the reference photo. Today we learn how to draw a hyper-realistic skin, arm skin, so stay with me to see how to draw the pores and also the black dots. Because we're talking about more tones, I'm working now with number 3 blending stump. And as you can see how dark it is, because I have also commission to work and I'm using a lot of this. I will show you how I sharp this one using nail polish pad. And I just keep the blending stump on the top side, and as you can see the dark tone from blending stump is going on the pad. But also remember, just rotate slowly the blending stump till you clean the graphite. Remember, I'm not keeping straight, so I just keep the top side of the blending stump further. In this way I have easier slippery of the blending stump on this part. Make sure you don't sneeze or blow this one on your drawing. Clean on different side of your drawing. Try to keep your drawing clean till the end. So as you can see, slowly is cleaning and all the graphite is going on the pad. You can use a small piece of sandpaper, is the same, but you need to keep the sandpaper on the table. Look at that, how nice I clean it. Now is a big graphite on this one. You can use your palm like this and everything is become nice and clean to work. So let's come back on the drawing. As you can see, this part for the dark tone is made our drawing 3D looking for the elastic sleeve. So I'm coming to do this by circular motions, small ones. Of course, the position of blending stump is same as the pencil draw, bend in my palm, so I can mix together with the rest of the graphite, building the gradient on the skin. Something like this. As you can see, this part for the shadow is making our drawing looking 3D. You're welcome, Karin Denver. You're welcome, everyone. Don't forget, guys, everyone can have a chance and big possibility to learn about realistic drawing by my techniques and skills. You just need to come back on the YouTube channel when I'm going live, or you can see the videos even later on different day. Now I'm coming very light, mixing together from dark to light. I just get slowly and light into the rest part of the skin. This I call gradient work. It look like I need more dark tone, so I'm coming one more layer only on the small part of the elastic sleeve. I keep in the same technique by small circular motions, and I follow the reference photo for the size and the shape if it's necessary. When I'm talking about the size, I'm talking from the sleeve into the skin. So as you can see, the size is only 3 millimeters, not more. But also is very important part of the drawing. If you remember this, the shape of the drawing, the shadows and the highlights make everything looking 3D. If you're a beginner, guys, and if you want to learn more about my realistic drawing tips and techniques, you can try to search on my YouTube channel for the art supplier introduction. So that's the story starting. There you can see everything about our supplier. You can learn everything about our supplier, and also we're starting to shade a few objects, and you will have everything on my YouTube channel. If you want to start your journey to draw, check for that videos and you will see how many beautiful things you can learn from my techniques. I'm using blending stump again, and very light. I'm pushing from dark to light. As you can see, the dark tone is close to the sleeve, where the sleeve is, and this need to be good blend, and also blue red. I'm using this blending stump number 3. There's no reason to use the smallest number. It will be only a waste of my time. For the rest part of the skin, I'm coming back for the toilet paper. On a clean side, as you can see, I have already graphite on this, and I'm going with the small circular motions to smooth and also have the gradient. You don't need any pressure here on this side. I'm going very light, and I just leave the graphite get into the tooth of the paper. If you work with toilet paper, you will feel on your hand when it's done. If you shade too much, you will feel like a scratch on the bottom side of your finger. That means it's finished. Don't keep going to shade if you feel to scratching this. Try to find another side, another clean side, and carry on after that. Don't use too much the toilet paper when you feel that. Now we're going to learn about black dots for the beginning. So again, we need a very good sharp pencil. Mine is good sharp. If I need to resharp again, I'm using small sandpaper. Sandpaper or nail polish. I'm using this. As you can see, I use already a part of this one. Don't worry, I can clean this again so I can reuse it. How to do this? As you can see, I keep the top side of the sandpaper and I rotate the pencil slowly. I don't need big piece of sandpaper. I just use a small nail polish pad. And look at that, how nice I can make the pencil. And I can use sharp as a needle. It's very good sharp. This helps us for do the light black dots and also the bigger. Let's see, following the reference photo, how to do these details. Try to follow my techniques because these are very important to do so. Now we need to follow the reference photo for the designing of the skin. As you can see, we have darker and also lighter, depends how the skin is. So we work with the pencil in the same way, but where it's darker, we add one more layer over. Now we're working on extra details because some of the people are happy with this type of drawing. Now we improve the drawing skill and we're going up one more layer. So this is the second level when you add the details on the skin. We did this and how to make more impressive work. We try to find the veins and the muscle of the arms and we go with these details. If you don't resharp your pencil on the sandpaper, let's suppose the sandpaper is, you can't make these lighter dots. I tried before to sharp and I see it's not different, because this top side of the pencil need to be very good sharp, as I told you before, as a needle. But we can learn one more thing, guys, how to blend and blur this side of the dots to make the skin better than this. We're working with number 2 blending stone or number 1, depend how the small is the dot, and we just blend them over. I'm using number 2 because the drawing is not really small. I'm working on A3 size, so I can have space for lots of details. I just blend over, and as you can see, slowly they become blurred. Of course, which are close to the reference photo. If you like this technique, stay with me, we'll learn how to highlighting the pores. As you can see, guys, and also remember, it's very important thing what I'm telling you now. If you blur this, you will lose a little bit from the tone of the graphite. Don't worry, if you have dark tone, you just come back with a pencil and dot again over the shadow made by blending stone, and also will be black, and also back again. Depends how many beautiful details you want to add on your portrait. Give me that. So in that way we carry on with the details. I'm happy with this, so I'm coming now to show you guys how to highlighting the skin. Making the pores and the highlights. As you can see, guys, I respected the top side, which is untouchable. I'm not using the pencil to add any layer on the top. I leave the paper blank, and because I'm working with Canson Bristol paper, pure white, this is the perfect way to let for the highlights. Now I'm going to use electric eraser, guys, and I will show you how to dot and line, making the perfect skin. For this, I'm going to zoom a little bit. So you can be happy for the lesson. My electric eraser is a very good one. Is this. It's called Tanwin. I buy from Amazon, but good to know, very sensitive button for the work. What we need to do now is checking for the highlights on the top, and slowly we get into the skin. By lining also very small lines. And dotting, we build the pores for the skin, same as I did on the face. If you remember, the side for the face on this part, I use electric eraser to highlighting this side. I will show you this one. Yeah, so when we shade the highlighted part here, we use the same technique. Now we come back and we make the skin looking properly realistic. Of course, I forgot to mention this eraser need to be very good sharp and also clean when you do this part of the highlighting. Only this and only in this way you can highlight small pores. So my eraser is really good sharp and also clean. Now, as you can see, we can do very easy all necessary details for highlights. What I'm trying to do now is imitating the skin texture. But also I'm focused on the reference photo, so I can go close with the reference photo. Because I just zoom it, you can't see what I draw on this side. And also the tablet is too light because it's about LCD. When you erase and when you're highlighting using electric eraser, you will do the same dots, very light. I will show you, if you stay with me for the last time on this part of the lesson, how to blur the unnecessary lighter parts, making the skin 3D, round and realistic. Don't forget, the next lesson we get with the skin longer, and also we get into the tattoo drawing. We're using the pencil, and I will show you how to draw the tattoo with the pulse as well. I'm using electric eraser only for the top side of the arm, and we need to do some more pores, but we're not staying on electric eraser. The rest of the pores I'm using my technique, using eraser, and my special eraser is Faber-Castell Perfection from Germany. And also this one needs to be clean, so I do the same thing as I did with blending stump. I use the same nail pad and I clean the eraser over the pad. As you can see, the eraser changing the color, that means is remove the graphite. What I'm looking now is to have clean top side of the eraser for pouring the skin, rest of the skin. Now with small dots and lines, I carry on to do the same as I do with electric eraser, but because these are not really very light, I'm using this eraser. I'm coming with a few pulls into the shadows. Thank you very much to everyone for taking time to learn by my techniques. This is another lesson end. So we meet for more tips and techniques next time when we start to draw a tattoo and also rest part of the skin. Hopefully you enjoy with this lesson, and remember, upload on Passion for Art, my group, your drawing if you draw this portrait with me. As you can see, if I'm using this Perfection eraser, the dots for the pores are light gray, not really white like electric eraser, which is good. They are the same as reference photo. I appreciate your time, guys. Take care and have a good night, and also fresh week. Bye bye.